Boss, you there? We have a problem. The staff have found out everything that Emmerich's been up to. They're right on the edge. I need you to intervene before things get out of control. Get back to Mother Base ASAP.
Nine years ago, this man acted as accomplice to the attack on Mother Base. He then provided support to Skullface. Conspiring with Eli, he repaired Sahelanthropus in secret. His research materials caused the leak at the quarantine facility, which in turn caused the Walbachia mutation, letting the parasites off their chains. We lost a lot of good men. He also stands accused of murdering one of his own family, hiding the body.
I haven't killed anyone. The rest is all wrong too. The inspection was supposed to help everyone. I sacrificed myself for my companions just as much as any of you. Why won't you believe me?
The prosecution calls a witness.
传唤证人。
Strangelove's gravestone.
奇爱博士的墓碑。
It's just a machine.
Huey! Damn it, Huey! Open it now! Please! Let me out! Kill me! Kill me!
It recorded it all. Everything. Everything you did living together.
Huey, 个王八蛋
You forced your own son into the cockpit of a Metal Gear, a test subject.
How?
His mother had to hide him away, and for that you locked her in that coffin.
No! She did it herself! It was suicide! And even if I did, what right do you have?
There's more. We have you to tell us everything you've done, everything you've thought. All this time. 9 years ago, you agreed to the inspection in return for Cypher's guarantee that you'd be spared.
I thought it was real!
We've reviewed into everything else that's happened since you arrived here.
Please.
Guilty! All counts.
Kill him！ 不是这个 Huey 的媳妇儿的话是奇爱博士嘛，然后好像在那个 AI 舱里面了，然后让 Huey 救他的时候 ，Huey 就是不管，放任他媳妇儿死在那个里面，没有救他媳妇儿。然后再就是让他的孩子当成实验品进到那个机器人里面，这就不是个男人。
What should we do, boss? Just give the order.
9年前为了自己活命，然后跟 Cypher 勾结，毁了 Big Boss 的基地。
Prepare a life raft. Big enough for one. Food and water too.
Boss,
he's leaving.
You
放逐是吗？
He's responsible for all of this. Think of all the men. He didn't lose a damn thing. This is the enemy, and he's here on his knees.
Us. You are right. He is not one of us. But we are not responsible to judge an enemy. He leaves Mother Base, and that'll be the end of it.
放逐，把它放到海上去，让它自生自灭。但是对于这样一个人，总有办法能活下去的。
Get back! Don't touch me! I'm innocent! You're the murderers! Snake! You should be in this boat! There'd have been no inspection if it weren't for your precious nuke! I risked my life trying to save you all! How can you do this? Am I the only sane one here? It's not my fault! 太沉了是吗？
Look, you can't discard your phantoms forever, Doctor.
Son of a bitch will make it, you know. I can see it now. In no time, he'll be telling tales about the black-hearted diamond dogs. The shining white knight, blabbering on about our injustice, hiding behind his fool's idea of morality. And all the other fools will stand around, nodding with every word he says.
No. One day he'll see through the lies he's built up, realize what kind of man he really is. What goes around comes around. You can't run from yourself forever.
Huh.
质询 Huey， 宅男精神，然后我们来听听这个磁带啊，我们来听听看 Huey 这些磁带啊 ，Huey 都是个什么玩意儿？在这个。
Fine. Yes. Strangelove was doing AI research.
喜爱博士的话是在 Peace Walker 里面的一个博士啊，也是研究这种东西的。然后之前那个 AI 舱的话，就是喜爱博士，喜爱博士研究然后创造的、建造的爬行舱和哺乳舱两种舱。然后 Huey 的话很喜欢喜爱博士，然后最后的话应该是搞到手了，还生了孩子。
So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you?
That's right.
Pathetic. You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
Me? I couldn't kill her.
You killed her and locked her body in the pod.
I wouldn't. Don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it. I'm a normal human being.
Oh, I see. So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die.
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide. Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again. I couldn't bring myself to open it back up. That's right. Me? Kill her? What is wrong with you?
这哥们儿在这编
I
的。
see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a
下
surgical
腹有一
scar.
个手术留下的
It
痕
had been
迹。
stitched up and had fully healed, meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she? Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know?
So there is a child.
I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal, even though I never saw his face.
这哭的，哎呦我的天哪！
Well, Doctor, I have the report on the incident at the quarantine facility. Assuming the vocal cord parasite evolved, I'm sorry,
之前那个
underwent a mutation.
那个
The
隔离
only
室里面的突
plausible
变也
explanations
跟它有
are
关系。
exposure to some high concentration mutagen or radiation. As you know, some of the staff at the quarantine facility were infected with the parasites. The Wolbachia prevented them from copulating, but the parasites themselves can't be removed from their host's vocal cords. Once you're infected with Skullface's parting gift, you're stuck with it. The researchers regularly used X-ray equipment to monitor the parasites in their throats. No problem there, they kept a close eye on the radiation doses. But that equipment didn't just give off X-rays. It was also emitting beta rays. Even though that's unnecessary for the scans. See, beta rays have far worse effects on DNA than X-rays. Meaning the only logical conclusion is that someone added
有
in
人
a
在
beta
机器
ray
上
emitter
添加
to
了
trigger a
beta 射
mutation.
线，
Those beta rays leaked out from inside the equipment.
有人添加
Because
了
the。emitter was retrofitted, the shielding was inadequate. And the person who ordered and inspected the equipment was you, Doctor. That makes you the only person with the opportunity to install that emitter.
So now you're saying I sabotaged medical equipment for some wild plan to make the vocal cord parasite kill everyone?
Or maybe you thought it'd reveal a way to treat the parasite without using the Wolbachia. And with that much to barter, I suppose some people would welcome even a pathetic cur like you.
Just stop it.
You'd have no shortage of buyers. But most would be happy with just the parasite.
不是，
You wouldn't need to
合
offer
金4里面那个
anything
轮椅上的
else.
是 Zero 人，
However,
是一切的
if
开端
that buyer
Cipher。
already knew about the parasite, they'd also know that by itself, it's no longer the ultimate bargaining chip it once was. To sell to that buyer, you need to throw in a bonus. A way to one-up it. There's only one buyer who'd be after that.
Emmerich, we record all communications on Mother Base. That includes radio transmissions to and from homemade devices. You've been in frequent contact with people in America.
美
A
国的
private
某个人，
biotech company.
私有
A
生化科
client
技公
which
司，
is DARPA. And they are connected to Cipher. You made a deal with Cipher. You offered them a new parasite in exchange for your safety. This is the only place in the world where the vocal cord parasite still exists. And you used it as a testing ground. Tried to resurrect their bioweapon. But your plan to obtain the parasite has failed. Your bullshit ends now. I don't think you're leaving here alive.
天哪！听完这些东西之后，我真的是想把 Hugh 一枪崩了算了，真的。
Wait, what are you talking about? Just what do you plan to do?
Present the charges against you. And render an appropriate punishment.
没有，其实刚才那个动画的话，就应该是 Hugh 的
Call
结
it
局了
what。you like.
Hugh 被我们放逐到了海上，自生自灭。
the meaning of this?
Out of here. All of you. Back to your posts.
No, hang on. Huey has killed their comrades and interfered with their lives. They've had all they can take. Kill that son of a bitch! Kill her!
Stop! This is insane! You have no evidence whatsoever. You say you're an army free from government. You talk big about being a nation unto yourselves. But from the outside, you're just thugs.
不能算是罪魁祸首，但也总算是个内鬼、叛徒、奸细。
You're nothing but a bunch of psychopaths.
不是人。
So you're not with us?
No, I
说漏嘴了。
I thought we were on the same side. That's too bad.
I didn't mean.
Men, you will have justice. But our organization, the boss's organization, is built on order and reason. There will be no lynch mob. So stand down for today. We will gather all the evidence of this man's
哦，这是我们刚才那个动画之前，他们已经审讯过一次了。
Dismissed.
刚才那个是真正的公开审判。
What do you think you're doing? Go ahead and execute me. It'll be murder in the eyes of the world. You've lost your minds. Don't you get it? You're seeing phantoms. Just look at that dog. No. You named him D-Dog, but it's obvious anyone could see that's a wolf. Because you're all a bunch of wild dogs. You wanted to believe he was too. To feel some connection. To fight your
大哥，你是没有东西吐槽了吗？
You wanted something to cling to. To prove you deserve to be alive.
弟弟是狗，不是狼。
You wanted to forget the death. Your sins. So you'd cling on to dogs. Or wolves. Or even Big Boss.
大哥已经疯了。
The boss is the same, isn't he? Every one of you is alone. That's why you suspect your own. I know. Because I do the same. I'm one of you too. Alone.
永远都是一个人。
Open your eyes! What you're doing is murder! Plain and simple. All you ever create is war! War and violence can never lead to peace!
哇，哇哦！这个磁带啊，这个磁带就是游戏里面一些剧情的一些补充和完善吧。如果你不听的话，你肯定会有很多疑问。剧情里面，听完之后你会明白为什么会是这样的动画。这些东西的话，如果按照以前的合金装备的尿性的话，应该是做成动画的，就是长篇大论的动画。这些东西的话，你爱听不爱听，我都让你听。然后现在的话，只不过是变成了磁带，然后省了成本啊，就不用做动画了，直接光录声音就行了。
The R&D team's going to take over Emmerich's work. He may be gone, but it won't
但是如果
affect
你
us
想要
one
真
bit.
正的了解这个游
We'll
戏
be
剧
able
情
to
的话，还
deliver
是要看
whatever
一
you
看
need just
，Kim
like
Kim
before.
非常好的解答你很多的疑问。
One other thing.
他是谁？他为什么会这样？他的结果为什么会有这样的结果？原因是什么？
Let it go. He's gone. The guy's gone.
I know. I just want to be sure.
很多人都说幻通的剧情不好，或者说幻通的剧情太简单了，那是因为你们不听这个东西。
Open this thing! Huey!
哦，10分钟。
Huey, open it now! Please! Let me out!
这是奇爱博士的最后的记录是吧？
Kill me!
他都做了什么？
If only I'd tried to get out sooner. Perhaps I'd have made it. Why didn't I stop the hatch from closing? Even if it meant losing an arm.
如果按照以前的尿性的话，这段录音应该是放在动画里的。就是刚才我们不是在那个审判动画里面听过这前面一小段嘛，对吧？按照以前的尿性的话，估计会给一个那个 AI 舱的镜头，然后把这10分钟都放完。现在的话就变成了一个选听的项目，想听的话就过来听一下。做了11分钟。这个游戏光配音，就光那个声音的捕捉花2年时间。
I guess I'll stay a while.
这是被关到那个 AI 舱里面之后的一些事情。
Voice. It's so distant. But you can hear me, can't you, Joy? I know you can. You're recording all of this. Deep down in some memory board he'll never find.
永远也找不到的存储版。
Burying it under heaps of meaningless code.
这个是《Peace Walker》里面的奇爱博士，
Anyway, I guess
曾经是 Huey 的追求对象，
I can say what needs
然后
to
最
be
后追
said.
到手还生了孩子，然后就这么给抛弃了。然后这是他人生最后的时刻，
I
在
can
AI
still
舱
do
里面的
that
记录，
much.
也许会听到一
Talk
些
with you.
不一样的东西吧。
Even if I can't face you. Even if there's a heaven. Even if you're waiting there. I don't deserve to see you again. I don't deserve to love you. I
他是窒息而死，你可以想象一下，在窒息而死的前10分钟是个什么
Even
感觉？
now that he's halfway to dead, his plan lives on, leeching away at the world. And it took your strength to make it happen. In using you, I put the world in his palm, once and for all. Zero, or whoever it is who's taken its name. They found me after the Caribbean. They made me simulate his will, so that even after the body was gone, that will would keep the world turning the way they wanted. I had no choice. They dredged Lago Corsibolca, pulled up your phantom, forced me to revive and modify you. I thought I could bring you back, but in the end, I sold your will to him. Now this pod is just one big shell. A husk. Your phantom's no longer here. As for me, everything I touched was to ashes.
存在感，
I could never
怒刷
make
存在感。
anyone happy. And now I'll never see my
再也
son
见不到我的
again.
儿子了，奥塔肯，奥特孔。
But at least Hal's free from his father's hands.
解脱出来了，这句话，这个词儿用的。
Me with child. Can you imagine? I wonder how you took the news. Were you jealous? I knew what I was doing.
他是
If I
跟
could
在
pass
跟
your will
The Boss 在
onto a
说。
child I carried.
这个 AI 舱的意识的话是根据 The Boss 的性格
My
来做的。
genes. Your meme. A father would be irrelevant. If I did that, that child would be ours. I've been a fool. Pride, conceit, baseless theories. Of course, I couldn't see through the dream. The false you I created. I only wanted to pass your will on to the next generation. But Zero took it away. And now I haven't just lost you.
应该是女的，但是她这地方用的是 he， 对吧？
I've lost my... Oh, Hal, can you forgive the mother who couldn't protect you? The one who let them take it all away from us. There's still hope. You, the one he took away. He'll never break your will. The will to make this world the way you saw it could be. I buried code, just to be sure. Inside of you, there is an egg. And when someone finds it, when they crack it, there'll be nothing left to stop you.
放了一颗蛋，这个是后代的剧情。
The world you envisioned will become a reality.
那这个东西我真不知道，我没玩过之前几代，尤其是1、2，应该会在1、2里出现吧。这个要去查查资料。
Do you remember my voice? Don't you? Please, take care of our son.
不行了，已经，氧气已经很少了，应该。
Never be afraid. Whatever happens up there, she'll be watching over you. The system, the framework for your world will protect you.
已经没气儿了。
You don't need me. You just need to be strong enough for the both of us. Told
这是心跳声吧？
It's you. Here at the end, I think I hear your pulse.
"虽然人不是 Huey 杀的，但是见死不救，见死不救。